This week I'm focusing on restocking our pantry. I have big plans to make granola, bread, yogurt, mayonnaise, sourdough crackers, and apple butter. And that's on top of the meals I'm making anyway. But come along with me and see how I do it. So this granola recipe, I don't have a recipe for. I have a rough measurement that I go for, and it's usually about 3 cups of oats, 1.5 cups of nuts, about a teaspoon of cinnamon. This time I used pumpkin spices. I do a half a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of coconut oil or butter, half a cup of maple syrup or honey, and I mix it all together. Oh, I also add a little vanilla typically, and I bake it at 350 for about 21 to 25 minutes. I'll include the recipe below in the description if you would like to reference that. Right now I'm making hash browns for breakfast, quick and easy breakfast. I never knew how to make hash browns until I watched my mother-in-law do it after I was newly married, and she grates the potatoes, she squeezes out some of the liquid, and it helps it be a little bit crispier. So right now I'm pressing down the hash browns and pulling it away from the edge so that when it's time to flip, it flips in one solid disc.
What is it about making a list that feels so good, and especially the crossing off of the items? Next for my pantry restock, I am making pickled onions. I do a very quick version of this where I slice the red onions. I soak them in hot water for 1 minute and then drain off the water. I stuff it all in a jar with fresh cold water. I probably fill it up about 3/4 of the way, and then I add about 1/4 to half a cup of white vinegar and a pinch of salt, a big pinch of sugar, and some pepper. Give it a shake, and then put it in the fridge where it'll keep for about 2 weeks. Now I'm making some mayonnaise. I'm putting 1 cup of avocado oil, an egg, a squeeze of lemon juice, maybe a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and a pinch of salt into a mason jar, and just using my immersion blender to emulsify it. Now, I gotta tell you, half the time it doesn't turn out, and I've realized now it's because I really shouldn't be adding the avocado oil in at the same time as everything else. So now how I make mayonnaise is adding all of those ingredients and then drizzling in the avocado oil as I'm emulsifying it with the immersion blender, and it turns out perfectly every time now. My oldest kiddo and I are going to make a big batch of apple butter. Apple butter is such a fun thing to make because it's incredibly easy. Really, the only difference between that and a normal applesauce is just a longer cook time and maybe more spices. You can use any apples you have. They can be bruised, they can be not the perfect apples, they could be not as sweet, and you maybe just add a little honey or maple into them while you're cooking. We just use Gala apples, put in some apple pie seasoning, a little bit of water, and a little bit of honey, and put a lid on it and cooked it for, gosh, maybe an hour on very low heat. Could have been a little bit longer, and you'll want to stir it and check on it and make sure there's enough liquid in there so that it doesn't burn to the bottom. And again, using my handy dandy immersion blender, I give it a good puree and then keep it in the fridge until it's gone. I'm really maximizing the amount of pantry items I'm trying to pack into this video for you guys, and I want to let you know that every single thing I'm making that has a recipe paired with it, I will add in the video description below. So if there's anything you're wanting to make here, you can just find that below. I'm making sourdough discard crackers right now, and it is just such a easy recipe and a delicious one to use up extra sourdough discard. We're preparing our garden for the winter months, hoping to get some kale and herbs for a bit longer.
That makes sense.
Thanks for coming along as I restock my pantry, and I'll see you next time.